All right, let me share an interesting story on how my intuition kept me and Lil Mook from going back to prison from the halfway house. Okay? Now, in '08, I caught a violation and got sent back to federal prison. 13 months was the sentence. So I get sent back to Terminal Island, designated to Terminal Island Federal Prison, San Pedro, California. So out of 13-month sentence, I end up getting like somewhere like 3.5, 4 months halfway house, what have you. Okay, so in April of 2009, 2 weeks before I get designated to the halfway house, my pops died. Okay, now I want to add, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, but I'm my father's only child. I mention this because I was the only person that can sign off of the body. But again, I'm in federal prison. This April of '09. Okay, so while we're going through the process of getting the information, the paperwork to me signing it off, I'm grieving. So I get to the halfway house in the end of April. Now, when I get to the halfway house, boom, I get assigned to the room and to the bunk, because we still have bunks in the halfway house. And it's the homie Lil Mook. That's my bunkie. Okay. So this is like end of April going into May. So time passed, we functioning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm driving, I get my license and everything updated. And boom, I got like this yellow Hummer. You know what I'm saying? So I keep in the yellow Hummer parked around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And then, you allotted so many hours throughout the day to job hunt. And then once you actually get a job, you allow the 8 hours plus traveling time at the halfway house to maneuver throughout the day. Okay, so by this time, we in June now, of course. My son is born on June 10th. So being that, we get to the halfway house around April, by June, we got the job. I got the job set up. I'm functioning throughout the day, coming back, in the daytime, going out in the daytime, coming back in the evening time, after work hours, chilling, back up, wash, rinse, and repeating the process the next day. Okay, so when June come around, my son is born on June 10th. But it's the hood day also. Mind you, me and Lil Mook, we got plans. We hitting the malls. We bending corners in the Hummer, getting shopping, meticulously planning for the hood day. You know what I'm saying? The homies rent out a club in Studio City, the Platinum Club. You know what I'm saying? So it's big functioning being planned. You know what I'm saying? Big functioning being organized, right? So like I'm saying, I got this yellow Hummer, fresh out. You know what I'm saying? And, me and the homie Lil Mook, we on one. We planning out. So, boom, the day of the hood day, June 10th, my son is born. Lil Kenny on the hood day. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, my father died. You know what I'm saying? Like a month and a half before. So I'm feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into my zone. You know what I'm saying? Mourning my father's death, but happy that my son is here. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that balance. And I just get the strong intuition, don't go to the hood day. Right? Luckily, I don't go. So, you know what I'm saying? I tell Mook, like, damn, man, I ain't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? My son born, you know what I'm saying? We, pops passed, or, you know what I'm saying? We still in the halfway house. Anything funny happen, you know what I'm saying? They gonna come get us. Marshals come to get us. You know what I'm saying? Buck them down. You know what I'm saying? Buck them and send us back to probably to Riverside County or somewhere, MDC, and maybe we may even be designated back to our, designated prison. So, you know what I'm saying, go through that whole process, which is a headache. So I was like, all that didn't sound appealing and stuff. So, boom, I'm dealing with a lot. I decide not to go. So Mook like, all right, cuz, you feeling your intuition, you ain't feeling it, I feel it. I know you're going through a lot. Fuck it, we not going. So I ended up ordering some Roscoe's, you know what I'm saying? We in Vinewood, you know what I'm saying? For those who are familiar with Vinewood, that's a halfway house in Hollywood, California. So we designated Vinewood. Vinewood is like half a mile away from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. So since we're not going, boom, I'll order up. I tell Mook that I'm gonna order up some Roscoe's for us. Fuck it, since last minute audible, we're not gonna go to the hood day, the hood function. Order the Roscoe chill, boom. So we getting get our food come. We we in a little common area. Boom, it's a TV in the common area. So while we whipping up the Roscoe's, buttering it up and putting the sugar and the grits and all that, it come on the news. This right here.
Chris, this is a notorious gang, but from South L.A., the Rolling 60s, however, decided to have their gang holiday here in Studio City at this rental club behind me called Platinum. Now, they decided to come here, I'm assuming, Sergeant Dan Horan, to stay away from people like yourself in South Los Angeles. However, you found them.
We found them. We got word that the Rolling 60s were having we call their Hood Day party here at this club behind us. And myself and about 20 officers from the 77th Street Gang Detail came out here, and with cooperation from officers from North Hollywood Division, the Gang Detail, and patrol officers took action on the party.
Sergeant.
So, boom, we see that. As we see in the news, I'm getting calls from the homies that's in the club. The police barricaded the front of the club, and they like checking people, running people's name as people exit the club trying to go home. Homies calling from in the club. They like, man, cuz, man, what, y'all ain't coming up here. I'm like, nah, we still at the halfway house. I decided to stay here at the halfway house. They like, good you did, bro. We trapped inside the club. Johnny outside, checking everybody, bumping cats up, handcuffing people. It's the gang injunction going on. So it's ugly, It's real many, right? So, we looking at all this on the news at the same time. It's going down.
And what did you see when you got inside?
There's about 400 people inside, a number of whom are Rolling 60 gang members, several of whom are on probation or parole with specific conditions that they're not allowed to congregate with other parolees or gang members. Inside, a lot of marijuana being smoked in there. Kind of smelled like a Bob Marley concert if you walk inside. In fact, it still smells that way even now, hours after we've been here. So not real high-profile criminal activity, but criminal activity nonetheless. And the Rolling 60s they've been designated as one of the top 10 gangs in the city of Los Angeles.
How many of them do you have under arrest right now, and how long can you detain them for?
We have about 20 under arrest right now for violations of parole or probation, along with 2 or 3 others that have outstanding warrants.
And you
see? Now, just think it, me and the homie Lil Mook went, and they checking everybody, coming out, running their name, and come to find out we in the halfway house. We not even supposed to be there. Definitely. Vinewood. The Vinewood halfway house, they was sending you back. They was sending somebody back here every week. Sending their ass back to prison. Marshals coming to get them. For coming in late or anything. Even though, we was in good standing with the staff, but I'm staying out their way. I'm trying to, keep my time right and, and get up out of there. So, and at the time, Pop's passing and I just had my son, I'm definitely not trying to get, shot back up to the, penitentiary. So that wasn't the case. But let me finish this.
can keep them for how long on a violation of parole?
The parole, it's up to the Department of Corrections. They can sentence them for up to a year for each parole violation. On probation, they can be sentenced for whatever crime they're originally on probation for. The judge has the option of revoking their probation and sentencing them to whatever the appropriate sentence is for the charge they originally booked for.
This is a gang any way possible. You and the members of the LAPD want to get off the street.
Correct. We're gonna follow them to Studio City or anywhere else in the city of Los Angeles. If we find out that they're gathering, we're gonna investigate and take action.
What makes the
See, they've been on the Crenshaw district for a while. They've been surveillancing, collecting intel on the homies, doing all kind of, espionage, infiltration, dissension, divide and conquer, all the tactics that's available, to their disposal and resources to turn homies against each other. You know what I'm saying? To disparage the hood, to disparage that community. And that's for various different reasons, what we'll get into later. Gentrification and all that other stuff that comes along because it's a prominent black area, and that's prominent prime real estate. You know what I'm saying? Not far from the airport, not far from the beach and whatnot. But that's a whole nother conversation. Let's continue.
The Rolling 60s so notorious?
They're one of the larger gangs in South Los Angeles, one of the more well-established. There is a gang injunction against them in the neighborhood that they claim, down the area around the area of Slauson and Crenshaw in South Los Angeles. And
he said claim. Now, the Crenshaw district is different from any other black community in the whole county of Los Angeles. It's like 73, damn near 75%, definitely 70% black. It's the largest black enclave in the whole county of Los Angeles. That whole district, the Baldwin Hills, Windsor Hills, Ladera Heights, all the way to Fox Hills, you know what I'm saying? That whole area. It's all black people. What I mean is these people are third and second generation homeowners. So it's deeper. People, most of these kids are, you know what I'm saying, grandkids and great grandkids that inherit these property over here. They're not just claiming the area. They really own property over there. So that's what the big secret is about that district over there. And that's why it's so much disparity and so much attack and so much politics and so much going on over there politically.
they're large in number and notorious in their activity.
And Sergeant Horan, when you consider this, so the people waking up who live here in Studio City and the San Fernando Valley wondering, well, what is this gang doing in our neighborhood? Is this common during these quote-unquote gang holidays?
The gang holidays correspond with the streets that the gang members claim. So the Rolling 60s had their holiday on June the 10th. Through the summer months, there'll be other gang parties for different gangs. And so if they're in the city of Los Angeles, we'll find them and we'll do the same thing.
And not uncommon for them to come to other neighborhoods in order to avoid the jurisdiction of the area that they live in.
Not uncommon at all.
All right, so they could be coming to any area near where people live?
Any area in the city of Los Angeles or even beyond.
All right, Sergeant Dan Horan, LAPD, thank you very much. Good work, sir. Just want to let you know, Chris and Jennifer, for people coming today, traveling through this area, there is a part of Ventura this...
Yeah, so that's the day, you know what I'm saying, 09, June 10th. I kept me and the homie Lil Mook. Shout out to the homie Lil Mook. Kept us from going back to prison. You owe me one, Lil Mook. Wait a minute. We even, bro. All right. Kenny Kingpin, a.k.a. Papa LQ. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe, share, comment, do what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Kingpin, a.k.a. Papa LQ.